of you makes me cry. It turns me inside out and I don't know why. When I think of you, it makes me cry. Oh, it turns me inside out and I don't know why. A knife in my back and one in my heart. You fed me poison right from the start. It's always you who wanted to bring up the past. How could I ever get so attached? It's a mandatory race when it's time to turn the page. Nothing here was real. What about how I feel? Oh no, no. When I think of you, it makes me cry. It turns me inside out and I don't know why. When I think of you, it makes me cry. Oh, it turns me inside out and I don't know why. When I think of you, it makes me cry. It turns me inside out and I don't know why. When I think of you, it makes me cry. Oh, it turns me inside out and I don't know why.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another edition of Raw Urban Music Sessions. I'm Lorenzo Mamelli. Our guests tonight, who you just heard from, are Black Rose Burning, whose song Think Too Much started off our program. Let me introduce you to the members of Black Rose Burning, sitting here adjacent to me. To my right, Luis Infantis, drummer, and the founder of Black Rose Burning. Beside him, George Grant, bass player, songwriter.
Good to see you as usual, Lorenz.
Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us today. So tell me, Black Rose Burning is your latest project, George. It's been the one that you've had now for how many years now? Is it 4 or 5 years now?
It started right before the pandemic.
And you had just shifted gears out of doing some retro soul,
Yeah,
a band called the Mighty Templars.
yes.
So I've often referred to you as a musical chameleon. So what made the shift from retro soul to what you've described this band to be, which is a combination of post-punk, neo-goth, dark wave? Feel free to add into that if you'd like.
Well, synth pop, but
Synth pop, right.
it's a lot of different things. I think it's, I did a soul record. I used to play in rock bands. I've done a myriad of different things, and this just seems, Black Rose Burning just seemed to make it all gel. Like there's a little bit of each element of every type of music that I've ever been serious about to play. I'm sure I'll make another Templars record down the line somewhere when when the inspiration comes. But Black Rose Burning, I think, is really like everything that I am musically, more so than any other thing I've ever done.
So you're like 4 albums. I put up 5 fingers, forgive me, but you're 4 albums in right now. You're about to have a 4th album.
We're about to have
correct?
a 4th album, yes. I'm thinking April or May.
April of May. So
April or May, yeah.
sci-fi plays a very prominent role in the focus of the band, in the sound of the band, and lyrically, as well as in the videos of the band. So are you both big sci-fi fans, or does that come from one of you as opposed to the other?
We're both big sci-fi fans.
Big time, big time.
What do you find inspiration from in sci-fi that makes its way into your music?
I don't know, the futurist in it, the the magic in it. I honestly wish the world could be like Star Trek, where everybody's goal for their entire life is to figure out what they do best and do it to the best extent that they can. There's no money, there's no, greed is gone. It's like we're all working together as one
race, one human race.
One federation.
One federation. The federation is a better way of putting it, right?
I mean, occasionally we'll fight the Klingons, but,
Yeah, why not? Once in a while.
we'll have our stuff together here on Earth.
So you two have been together now. Originally, this band was a trio. Now it's a duo.
Yes,
So have you been with George from the beginning of the band?
he has.
Okay. What made the shift from a trio to a duo?
Well, a good friend of ours played guitar, and we were a little more serious. He has his own things going on, and no slight to him, he's a great guitar player, but he has his own things going on, and we were a little more serious about this project, and we knew that we could do it as a 2-piece. All of our guitars and all of our keyboards are we play along to, and trigger. And it's something new, it's something different. Not a lot of people are doing it. And, we figured, hey, we'd give it a shot. We did a bunch of rehearsals and it worked. So,
As we just heard, it's a very big sound for 2 people. And I was going to mention about the technology that allows you to do this. And
that's all Lewis.
That's all Lewis.
And also you, George, and the fact that, we sequence all the keyboards and backing tracks. And what we do is I play the live drums, and he plays the bass and sings. So we have this easy time at recreating the actual record, and we're very devoted to playing our parts to the best of our capabilities. I play to a click. That's something that I had to refresh myself with. But it's getting there. It's getting there.
It comes through. The sound comes through enormously more powerful than anyone could imagine a duo could produce. Let's hear more of that great sound with more music from Black Rose Burning.
When I leave the castle, I check my oxygen. A million glowing stars. Now I'm free again. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black scars in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio wave. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black scars in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio wave. As I close the airlock, I lose gravity. My arms open wide to touch the galaxy. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black scars in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio wave. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black scars in the middle black scar in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio waves. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black scar in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio waves. Light speed, it makes me weary, baby. Black stars in the middle of space. All hands on deck as we listen for the radio waves. Light speed, 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 light speed.
Lightspeed from Black Rose Burning. George, are you the principal songwriter of the band?
I am, sir.
All right. Do you collaborate at times with Louis? You get his feedback on things like
We
this?
do. I mean,
we do, yeah.
I understand the general principle of drummings, but you know, I may make a sketch pad, let's say, and I give it to him, and he handles really the responsibilities of the percussion and flying samples and stuff like that.
Yeah, Josh has an uncanny way of like creating drum tracks that sound like me. You know, he kind of like knows me and my breaks and the ways that I approach the drums. And but he gives me complete freedom to approach him, you know, and rock him out, keep him, you know, danceable and you know, attractive.
So this comes from probably, as we should let our viewers know, the fact that you gentlemen, while you've been doing Black Rose Burning for just the past 4 years or so, you've been friends and collaborators going back, way back, or to the early 90s, am I right?
And with you.
And
That's
with
how
me,
long
of
we've
course.
known
Exactly.
you.
Well, as I can attest, it was a time, a very interesting time. We were all a great deal more young, but I think, as Louis pointed out to me earlier when we were discussing it prior to the program, we learned a great deal about each other
Yes.
and the dynamic and the chemistry of artistry and bands from our experiences that time. When you two decided to join forces again, did it make it easier that you had been through a lot more together and not all pleasant?
Oh, a million times
A
easier.
million times. I mean, we're totally different people.
I mean, we were together and like in a band and that was up and coming, and it was great until it wasn't. And then, you know, we spent quite a few years where we barely spoke, if at all. And then, you know, slowly we started talking, hey, let's hang out. Then more started out as a hangout thing. And when I started developing this, I was like, you know, I love this guy. I miss how much I actually love hanging around this guy. And I said that he would be the perfect drummer. So I did a video for a charity organization that was showing videos from different bands. And I said, hey, would you come in and play some of the stuff that I'm working on? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And that's how it started. And like, you know, we're closer than we've ever been at this point.
Most definitely. I actually quit playing drums because I was kind of disappointed about the struggle. You know, I'm the kind of guy that wants to play with people that I like, music that I like, and he's searching that through the decades, because decades went by. He texts me, hey, would you like to do a video? I'm like, sure. Come down and start looking at your stuff, listening to it, say, hey, this is cool. Let me, you know, get into it with him. And it actually took us not that much for the songs to gel and to get together. Like I said before, I used to work in the music store. I surrounded myself with musicians. I wanted to play with someone that I actually love and somebody that I actually appreciate their music. So
We got a bromance going here between you two, right?
We spent a lot of time on the road
Yeah, a
together.
lot of time on the road together. You mentioned that you had the thing, you worked at a music store. You worked at a legendary music store in New York
definitely.
City, which unfortunately is no more. And you were
That
the
was-
drum manager, the drum
I
department
was
for almost like 28 years.
I was
did
the
you tell me?
general sales manager there. I was like the second in command, and I was privileged to like do a lot of like music clinics and meet like musicians and talk to them and actually absorb, And like George once mentioned, eventually when you play music, you are like the complete congregation of all that you learn. So I became more of a drummer's drummer now, and I think people are noticing that. They're kind of like, oh wow, that's Louis. Oh wow, that's kind of cool,
That's great. We could see the showmanship of you behind the kit. And if you want to see some more of Luis's showmanship and George's songwriting prowess and how well these two guys work together, stay right where you are. Here's some more music from Black Rose Burning.
Too many timelines to remember. Multiverses come and go. Forever a son of the sun. I radiate emotion. It's time for me to leave. I no longer believe, but I'm alive and I'm awake. I'm long gone, you won't see me anymore. I'm alive and I'm awake. I'm 100 million light years from my home, and I'm all alone. Although I'm weary, I remain singing these songs into the deep. I'll see the red skies at dawn again, and one day I will return. I've done nothing wrong. I no longer belong here, but I'm alive and I'm awake. I'm long gone, you won't see me anymore. I'm alive and I'm awake. I'm 100 million light years from my home, and I'm all alone. I'm all alone.
Perispera from Black Rose Burning. And yes, I want to know, just as you, what is Perispera?
Well, there's an old Latin phrase, at perispera, ad astra perispera, which means to space with difficulty. So the first song on the record is Ad Astra. The last song on the record is Perispera of our record Ad Astra. So to space with difficulty means a lot of things to me, and it especially means two black guys playing rock and roll as hard as we can to space with difficulty. That's the way I feel about it. And I just thought it was an apt title. I've always liked the phrase since I was a kid, Ad Astra Perispera, to space with difficulty. Us playing rock and roll, making it is difficult.
Do you feel a sense of, you mentioned the fact that you're two black men playing rock and roll being a genre that was invented by men and women of color, but for the most part has seemingly passed from that particular ethnic group. Do you feel an obligation or a sense of fulfilling a legacy when you continue to play rock and roll?
I wouldn't say I personally don't feel like I'm.
Is it just a passion for you?
I'm a rock and roll guy. I've always been a rock and roll guy. I love other genres of music as well, but like in my heart, when I saw that first Kiss concert, I became a rock guy. That was it. I mean, I saw Gene Simmons and I was like, that's what I want to do with my life. And you know, this many years later, I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it for fun. And I'm still doing it to try and get my thoughts out.
So he mentions Kiss. So Kiss was one of his influences. How about you as a drummer?
Ooh, so many. I was like a drummer's drummer, so I was like really into like, hey, whatever drumming, like Rush is one of the bands, you know, that influenced me. But I myself, you know, like especially in this project, I just look for different influences. That sometimes I'll play hip hop, like Perispera has a lot of hip hoppy drum pattern, like Perispera and you know the Twin Sons, that kind of songs, like that funkify, give it that, you know, that funk that makes a drummer be like, you know, enjoyable.
So,
you know?
So you have Kiss, you have Neil Peart, obviously, since you're mentioning
I mean,
Rush.
I'm a huge Rush fan too.
Yeah,
So.
right, and hip hop, which some people say those are disparate. You can't put those together. But clearly, I've always found it interesting. Musicians really, well, everyone has their favorites, their likes and their dislikes. Musicians don't care where the sound comes from, where the inspiration comes from. And it doesn't matter that it's a progressive rock band or a classic rock band like Kiss or hip hop beats. As long as it works in the context of what you're doing, you take that and go.
And you also just like what, you know, like you hear things and you like it. Mm-hmm. There's no separation for me. Like if I hear something and I like it, I like it. It's just the way it is.
So tell us, in the time that we have left, where can we find out more about Black Rose Burning and what do you guys have happening?
Oh, most definitely. We have our website, blackroseburning.com. You can go there. You will see videos or latest information, songs. We sell actually good gear there. We got good merchandise there. Very beautiful T-shirts in black with our logo and stuff like that. So definitely go to Black Rose Burning. We're in every aspect of media, meaning like Instagram, Facebook, except for X. We're everywhere.
So
You
just
can,
look
you
up
can
Black
check
Rose
out
Burning.
music on Bandcamp.
Yes.
Okay.
On Bandcamp. We're working on our fourth record now under the working title The Fear Machine, which we're looking for April or May. And we have a show coming up in Amityville, Long Island at the Amityville Music Hall on April 5th, Saturday night.
Check them out. You should check them out. Also, check me out at the rockernyc.com, where you can find some information about my program on Maker Park Radio called The Rocker, where, who knows, maybe these guys may find their way onto my radio program and we'll have a little bit more extended conversation than we can have in this time constraints. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Lorenzo.
Great time with the music. I wish you all the best and very much success. And you now, my dear viewers, get to hear more Black Rose Burning on your way out. Here we go with Under Twin Suns. Thanks for watching.
transmission.